Hello, welcome back to the Vegetation Remote Sensing video series. My name is Marta Yebra and I'm going to give you some examples on the use of remote sensing for monitoring ground cover and water use efficiency. Ground cover is the fraction of living and dry or dead vegetation covering the soil surface, and it is affected, for example, for climate and land use management. Here, this picture shows how this ground cover can be measured on the ground using the slat star transit methodology. Basically, this consists on setting a set of transit and walking through the transit with a stick in the hand and stopping every certain distance, recording whether the stick touch a living or a dry or dead vegetation or bare soil. Then, having the total accounts of each vegetation type, you can have also a measure of the ground cover that each portion occupied in a certain plot. So this is of course a plot based, but if you want to do a continental map of ground cover, for example for Australia, you obviously need remote sensing methodologies. And this map shows a novel algorithm that has been estimating for this ground cover mapping. The algorithm is based in the admixing theory. So this theory assumes that every pixel is always a mixture of different land cover types, and it is really a linear spectral mixture of its land cover type. So linear spectral mixing is a standard technique for spectral mixture analysis that infers a set of pure spectral signatures called n-members and the fraction of these n-members called abundances in each pixel of a scene. So this model assumes then that its spectra collected by one sensor can be expressed in a form of a linear combination of n-members weighted by the fraction that they occupy in a pixel. Because each observed spectral signal is the result of the actual mixing process, it is expected that the driven abundances satisfy two constraints. One is that they should not be negative, obviously, and then the second one is the sum of the abundances for a given pixel should be 1. In this specific case, spectral measurements of soil, grass and tree leaves form a triangle in a plot, in a scattered plot of NDVI and CAI. You already know NDVI, but this index is the cellulose absorption index, and it uses the strong absorption features that happens in the wetlands of 2 and 2.2 micrometers range, and therefore indicates the presence of cellulose. The typical application for this index is crop monitoring and plant canopy senescence monitoring, and also grazing management. So in this triangle, trees occupied the right portion of the triangle with high NDVI values and intermediate values in CAI. Grasses, however, occupy the top left portion of the triangle with low NDVI values and high CIA values, but in some cases also occur towards the right side. Finally, bare soil occupies the low left part of the triangle with both low values in both indices. So any spectral mixture of these three n-members will occupy some place in this central space of the triangle. So applying the equation previously presented to these vegetation indices, you can get the proportion of each land cover in a pixel. So these have many applications, but for example, I have highlighted here the application for estimating the risk of wind and water erosion in certain areas. And that's what this program does, what it is doing. So the next application is for estimates of water use efficiency. So terrestrial water use efficiency is the amount of transpiration or evapotranspiration per unit of gross primary production or CO2 uptake. And it is a key property in many areas of plant production and forest management. So in order to analyze water use efficiency, therefore we need estimates of gross primary production and transpiration. And these two properties are physiologically linked by the stomata on the leaves. So what are the stomata? Well, the stomata are minute apertures, structures on the plants found typically in the epidermis of the leaves. And they consist of two specialized cells called wall cells that surround a tiny pore called stomata. As the stomata opens, the CO2 will diffuse into the leaf as it is converted to sugars through photosynthesis inside the leaf. But at the same time, water vapor will exit the leaves along a diffusive gradient through the stomata to the atmosphere through the process called transpiration. Consequently, if we want to get estimates of water use efficiency, we need to get a method to first estimate canopy conductance and then derive gross primary productivity and transpiration. The very first challenge that we have to face is that we have to upscale a process that is happening at microscope scale to a global scale. And obviously this can only be done with remote sensing data. So how did we do this? Well, basically we established exponential equations between different vegetation indexes. Here you can see, for example, the relation we established with NDVI, and canopy conductance measured in different vegetation functional types and different places around the world by the eddy-covariance flux towers. And then we applied these equations to MODIS data to get global maps of canopy conductance. As you can see in this animation, canopy conductance is highest for tropical rainforests, lowest for arid areas represented in blue, and intermediate for temperate and boreal forests, as you can see by the green and yellow colors. So these global canopy conductance maps were used to derive gross primary production in combination with other meteorological information and some biophysical modeling approaches. And similarly, we used a well-known equation that is called the Pema-Monti equation to use also this satellite-based canopy conductance to derive transpiration. Finally, the ratio of these two maps gave us the water use efficiency at a global scale. Just simply to explain this map, you see that terrestrial water use efficiency increased from low latitudes to high latitudes in both America and Eurasia continents, and tend to decline after reaching the peak values in the boreal forest. With this, I have finished this video about remote sensing for monitoring ground cover and water use efficiency. And now you are welcome to click on the next video to see another exciting application of remote sensing of vegetation.